Hey guys, what's up? SaberMarker1 here, and we're back with more Overwatch Pro news. And today, we are going over the Dallas Fuel roster. So, I guess first, the roster analysis, I should say. First, I'm going to say that this video is going to be a little bit different, despite the fact that, like last time I said, I'm going to be a little disorganized because my notes are gone. But, I'm going to do this, instead of going player by player, I'm going to do the 5 main NV players all in one go. So I'm gonna say the core NV squad because Taimu, Coco, Chip Saigen, and Harry Hook have been around for a long time. They competed with each other for a long time, and Mickey came not too far later. Effect came in at around Apex Season 3, so I'll tell you when I key in Mickey and Effect. But for the beginning, I'm going to do the 4 core Envious squad mates. And then I'm going to say enter Mickey here, and then enter Effect here, and then after that we'll see if Mickey played for anyone really, and did much before Envious, same with Effect. Then after that we'll do the video as normal, we'll go over the other 3 members. So anyways, let's go over who's actually on the roster. For their DPS flex players, they have Taimu, Effect, and Seagull. For their main flex players, mostly main flex tank, they have Mickey. For their 2 tank players, they have Coco and XQC. And their 3 support players are Chip Saigen, Harry Hook, and Custa. Chips can play DPS though, he's a support / DPS player. So, let's go over this squad, and we will start with the core NV squad, because why not? Again, the original core NV squad is Taimu, Coco, Chip Saigen, and Harry Hook. I'm just going to see really quick if this goes all the way back. I'm just checking 2 people's results just literally to see if they've been part of the same squad. Yeah. So this goes back to Team IDDQD until they got picked up by Envious. So those 4 core members played for Team IDDQD before Envious. I'm not going to go over the results before that because I think it might be a little bit different. So nobody really did much in the terms of big esport tournaments until Envious. Their first major tournament with the 4 was Operation Breakout, where they won it, and they beat Cloud9 3-0. The OG Invitational, they won it and beat Luminosity Gaming 4-0. Their next major tournament was the BTS Overwatch Cup, where they won. They finished first with a 3-0 win over Cloud9. In the 2016 ESL Overwatch Atlantic Showdown, they finished 3rd through 4th with a 2-3 loss to Rogue. In the Overwatch Open, they finished 2nd with a 1-3 loss to Misfits. And then Apex Season 1, this is where Mickey comes in. Mickey came in during Apex Season 1. They finished first with a 4-0 win over Freak of Freaks Blue, signaling the first time a non-Korean team has won a Korean tournament in esports history. Major esports history, at least. So let's keep continuing. MLG Vegas 2016, they finished first with a 4-0 victory over FaZe. Apex Season 2, they finished 5th through 8th with going 0-2 in the group stage. Overwatch Rumble April, they finished 2nd with a 2-3 loss to Rogue. Apex Season 3, they finished 4th with a 1-4 loss to Freak of Freaks Blue. And Contender Season 1, they finished 1st with a 4-0 victory over FaZe. So, an Effect came in at Apex Season 3, so he played with them for Apex Season 3 and Contender Season 1. So, that's the core NV squad. Those 5 people have their tournaments already done, because they've literally been a squad for so long. Now I'm going to talk about them individually, and we'll start with Taimu. Taimu additionally played for Team Finland in 2016 and 2017. In 2016, Team Finland finished 4th on the Overwatch World Cup with a 1-2 loss to Team Sweden. In 2017, in the Sydney qualifiers, they finished 5th through 6th, going 1-1-1 in their group stage. Taimu is a hit scan god. He is one of the best hit scan players in the entire game of Overwatch, and he's going to be exciting to see because he is slightly inconsistent. He has a lot of on days and few off days, but when he has a couple of off days, the rest of the team picks up. And with the addition of Effect, he doesn't have to hard carry anymore, like he said he used to do. So let's go over the next player, which is Effect. Taimu was a Finnish player, by the way, if you didn't know. A Finnish DPS player. He was playing for Team Finland. I know. Okay, I'm sorry. We'll just move on to Effect. Effect is a South Korean Tracer player. He's one of the best Tracers in the world, and he started playing for Envy in Apex Season 3. However, before that, he played for Meta Athena, and I thought he played for, Meta Bellum, mostly. He didn't like being on a Tier 2 Korean team. He didn't like the fact that Meta Athena wouldn't start him. He didn't like the fact that he was getting offers to be a sub player for most of the Korean teams. He wanted to be a starter. That's why he went to Envious, and he showed literally everybody why he should be like a starter. He's now considered one of the best, if not the best Tracer in the entire world, and he is often seen carrying Envy to victory. Besides just being a god Tracer, he can also play other heroes such as Soldier, Zarya, Doomfist, Genji. He has a pretty good hero pool, and he's a very exciting player to see. He is an MVP candidate for sure. Let's move on to, I guess, a non-core NB player, Seagull, who is another DPS flex player. Seagull, he's mostly a projectile hero, but I guess he can play some hit scan as well. We have to go over the tournaments for Seagull because he did not play for Envious, obviously. Seagull has played for Not Enigma, Mix Up, Luminosity Gaming, NRG, Kelvin and the Chipmunks, and Team USA for the 2016 World Cup. So let's go over his tournaments, which his majors and premiers don't start until Luminosity Gaming, with Operation Breakout, where they finished 4th with an 0-2 loss to Rogue. In the OG Invitational, they finished 2nd with an 0-4 loss to Envious. In the Overwatch Open this is with NRG now. In the Overwatch Open, they finished 5th through 8th with an 0-3 loss to Fnatic. APAC Premier 2016, NRG finished 3rd through 4th with a 1-3 loss to Lunatic High. Apex Season 1, they finished 9th through 12th, going 1-2 in the group stage. MLG Vegas 2016, they finished 5th through 6th, losing 0-2 to Cloud9. And that's it for his teams, but with Team USA in the 2016 World Cup, they finished 5th through 8th with an 0-2 loss to South Korea. Oh, and with Envious, he did play in Contender Season 1 North America, in the playoffs at least. They finished 1st with a 4-0 win over FaZe. Seagull took a very long break from pro play, but he's back, and he doesn't seem to be any worse than he was. He's a really competent Pharah player, and he's just fills in a bunch of the gaps that Team Envy had. They never had a good projectile DPS until Seagull came. Effect probably was a really good projectile DPS, to be fair, but they needed him on the Tracer. So it'll be exciting to see how Seagull plays and what role he fits in for the Dallas Fuel. So let's move on to one of the core NB roster players, and in the actual flex position, Mickey. Mickey is a Thai flex tank, and besides playing with Envious, really all he played for was Team Thailand in both World Cups. So in the Overwatch World Cup 2016, they finished 9th through 12th, going 2-3 in the group stage. In the 2017 Shanghai qualifiers, they finished 3rd through 4th, losing to China 0-3. Mickey is one of the best, if not the best, D.Va player in the world. He's not too good on the other flex tanks. He's really a D.Va specialist, but he's really good. He's just, trust me on that, he's honestly one of the best divas in the world, and he fits in really well with this team. And his constant positive attitude is a good thing to have on any team, any pro team. They need that constant. He's basically the he is a really important member for NB on and off the stage. So don't underestimate how good Mickey is. So we'll go over with number 55, Coco. Coco is a Swedish main tank player who I don't know. He's a very skilled player. That's all I have to say, I guess. He's one of the most skilled players, or skilled tanks that I think I've seen in a while. Especially Western tanks, I should say. And besides for playing with Envious and IWQD for a long time, in 2016 he played for Team Sweden, and they finished third in the 2016 World Cup with a 2-1 win over Finland. So besides that, Coco was one of the main Envious roster members, so I guess the main thing to just know is he knows how to win. And I feel like he is one of the silent leaders for the team. I'm not sure if he's very vocal, but he's a very important player, and I just don't know what else to say. Really. His Reinhardt is a lot better than his Winston, I feel, but his Winston's still amazing. He's probably one of the best Reinhardt players in the world. Let's move on to a non-core Envious member, number 12, XQC. XQC is a Canadian main tank player who is mostly known for his streams. And his streams are hella entertaining, so that's really why. XQC played for Q, Denial Esports, Arc 6, and that's it. And, well, Team Canada 2017. So, the only major tournament he really played for was with Arc 6 in the Overwatch Contenders Season 0, where they finished 9th through 12th, going 2-2-2 in their group. And then with Team Canada, they finished 2nd in the Overwatch World Cup 2017 with a 1-4 loss to Team South Korea. XQC is a very interesting pickup. I feel like they got him because he's a upcoming younger star than Coco, and maybe Coco's looking at retiring soon, so they need a tank to be trained by Coco to, play well with others and play well with the team. XQC, I know he's got a really good Winston, but I'm not sure how good he plays on anything else. I know his Riss is pretty good, but Riss is the easiest main tank to play. But yeah, it's really going to be exciting to see how XQC fits into this Envious or Dallas Fuel squad. He also won T-Mobile MVP fan vote for the 2017 World Cup. It was mostly a meme, but still. He's having a lot of trouble being suspended from ranked, but hopefully that'll fix itself. Let's move on to the support players with Chips Hyjin, with he was one of the core Envious squads again. And the only two tournaments that I really know that he played for outside of Envious was the World Cups, where he played for Team Sweden in 2016 and 2017. 2016, he finished 3rd with a 2-1 win over Finland. And in 2017, he finished 3rd with a 4-2 win over France, playing Team Sweden obviously both times. Chips is probably the best Western support in the game. He can stand up to... He's comparable to Ryu Jae-hong. He probably isn't as good as Ryu Jae-hong, but he's the Western equivalent to Ryu Jae-hong. And the fact that he's being doubted right now because of a preseason performance, that's nonsense to me, because he's consistently been one of the top supports. He has no equal in the Western scene. Unco, if they both have to play Zenyatta, Unco is probably as good as Chips. Unco might be a little bit better than Chips, but when it comes to Ana, Chips has no equivalent in the West. Chips is by far the best Ana player in the West. He has a really good Sombra. His Zenyatta's extremely good. He is truly one of the stars for this team, and one of the best NB core members they have. Anyways, on to number 9, Harry Hook. Harry Hook is the last core member for Envious that we have, and He's a really good main support. He's their only main support. However, he's also their best soldier player, and he's a great McCree player at the same time. So a very, very confusing player. He's played for, again, Envious for most of his career, but he also played for the 2016 and 2017 Team Spain. So in 2016, Spain finished 5th through 8th, losing to Finland 1-2. And in the 2017 Sydney qualifiers, Team Spain finished 3rd through 4th, losing to Team Sweden 0-3. Harry Hook, he's a very interesting player. You don't know many Lucio players that are also outstanding soldier players. I'm pretty sure he's the reason that the saying came, NV players could be star DPS players if they were on any team other than Envious. Because he is honestly one of the best soldiers I've seen. It's outstanding to see how good he is, and hopefully we could see a little bit of it with their new support player and Chips being there to support them. I'd be very interested to see him play some more soldier, because he's honestly really entertaining to watch. Their last player, which is not a core NV player, is number 10, Custa. Custa is an Australian flex support player, and he's a pretty good pickup for Dallas, and he's probably the best Moira player out right now, and Moira is very new. So, Custa has played for Code 7, Nuberus, Fnatic, and Arc 6. Okay, so let's go over his tournaments really quick. He didn't play Premier or Major until Fnatic, which was the 2016 ESL Overwatch Atlantic Showdown Gamescom, where they finished 3rd through 4th with a 1-3 loss to Reunited. The Overwatch Open, they finished 3rd through 4th with a 1-3 loss to Envious. DreamHack Winter 2016, they finished 2nd with a 2-3 loss to Misfits. MLG Vegas 2016, they finished 3rd through 4th with a 2-3 loss to FaZe. Overwatch Apex Season 2, they finished 9th through 12th with going 1-2 in the group stage. And that's the last Premier he played in. Custa is an interesting support player. He's really good on the Sombra, but they already have Taimu and Chips on the Sombra. So it'll be interesting to see where he fits in. Personally, with the Dallas Fuel, I really would want to see a comp of, when you don't need a diva, I would really want to see a comp of Effect, Taimu, Custa, Harry Hook, Chips, and Coco. Because that way you can have Coco on the main tank, Taimu on the Roadhog, which he's very skilled at, Effect on the Tracer, Harry on the Soldier, and then you have Custa and Chips, who are playing the support. I don't know who would be the better Lucio. I have to do that sooner rather than later, while Mercy's still in the meta, because Chips is a really good Mercy player, but hey, you never know. So, yeah, that's it for Envy, and their pros are just the fact that they're a core squad, and they've been the best team in the world for a bit, and they've been the best team in the West for almost the entire Overwatch scene. They can stand up to the top tier Korean teams, they can push them to the limit, they can beat the top tier Korean teams, so they're honestly a favorite coming into this tournament. One of the lower favorites of the 3 big favorites, but it's going to be extremely interesting to see how Dallas does. They don't have a lot of cons, I have to say. The only con I could say is maybe XQC and Custom might not be very experienced yet, basically. I'm not sure. Seagull's been with the team for a while, so maybe he's fine. I don't know. I really want to see them play. So, because if I sound a little biased, Dallas is my favorite team coming into this, so yeah. Tomorrow we are going to do the London and Seoul rosters. So I'll see you guys then. See ya.